Om Shri Gangai Nathaya Namah. Jai Shri Gurudev. Welcome to second session of Kundalini education. Yesterday we talked about the first part where we discussed if you are looking for Kundalini awakening or Kundalini Yoga, first you must know about the Guru, the Master, who has the power to make you walk on the path of Kundalini Yoga, because it is very important to have a master if you are really interested for the Kundalini Yoga. Kundalini Yoga is really very dangerous, and on the other side, if you have a true Guru, true Master, then it is the most easiest path to walk on. So the Guru who has his own Guru, and there is a lineage coming from the source, and the order or the blessings or the guidance from the Neel Purusha, that is Krishna. So the one who has the both uh, blessings and guidance from his own Guru and from the Krishna, only that master can help you to walk on the path of Kundalini Yoga, or he is a capable master. He will look after you, your journey, and he'll guide you till the last yoga, final yoga, which happens in the crown chakra or hair. you know. So first part is about having a capable master. Without capable master, you should never walk on the path of Kundalini Yoga. Don't go for the Kundalini awakening if you are, want your chakras to be activated or for any other reason. Kundalini is only for the spiritual practice to attain the goal of freedom, self freedom, or the self attainment or salvation. It is not a joke, and it should not be done in any kind of competition or any kind of power attaining or any sort of things. So it is very serious matter. It is specifically for the people, those who are very serious about their ascension, spiritual ascension, and without master it cannot be done. All right. If you feeling you are interested in the Kundalini, and where you will find the master, you cannot find the master, as I explained in the first part of it. But if you want, as I am walking on the path of Kundalini Yoga, the Siddha Yoga, if you want more information about my Gurudev, my master, then definitely you can WhatsApp me or you can write a message over here, then I'll guide you. And he is my Gurudev, Shri Ramlal Ji Siag, and he is his Gurudev, Baba Shri Gangai Nath Ji. So the lineage we come from, my master, the lineage which he has given me is the I Panth. I means it's not me. In India, I means mother. So I Panth is the lineage. I means mother, and Panth means this sect. So mother's sect. And who is the mother? Is the Shakti, is the power, is the Kundalini. So Kundalini Shakti sect. So this specifically, I am coming from the Shakti sect, Kundalini sect, or the mother sect, you can say that. So that is why I'm sitting here and talking about Kundalini. It is not from any. I'm reading from the books about the Kundalini, and explaining. It's my own experiences being into the Kundalini Yoga for more than 9 years. All right, there is a segregation of these 9 years into different experiences that I will explain later as we move on. So first thing first, that if you are interested in Kundalini Yoga, you must have a master. If you do not have a master, you know about my master, who is capable master, who is helping me to walk on this path and can help you to, and the million of Other people are working on this path of Kundalini Yoga. Many people from outside of India, everywhere in whole world, there are a lot of disciples of Gurudev who are working on this path. And very easy, it is very easy. You need not to go anywhere. His photo is live photo, is awakened photo, very simple. And just in 2-3 minutes I'll explain you basics. If you really want to know about my Gurudev, my master, uh, how he awakens, there is a small video. He has lengthy video also, 40 minutes, 45 minutes with subtitles. And I have one video of him that is in English also, where he speaks about initiation. So I'll give you the link of that video. You can watch that video. You just have to listen the mantra. That is a secret mantra. That is a Sanjeevani mantra. All right. So once you hear in his voice, he transcend in you through his voice. That is how the spiritual master initiate the, the mantra, which is awakened mantra. He comes through his voice and activate you. There is a lamp which is already already enlightened, and we have a lamp and every requirement of being a lamp, and he just enlight us. This is how he help us to initiate us through the soul, through the Holy Ghost. If you see the references from the Holy Bible, you see Jesus said he'll come, the Holy Ghost will come and will initiate you with his own soul. It's not a baptism with the water, but baptism with the Holy Ghost. So this is how it is done in India, as we know it. Initiation, awakening, Shakti path. Okay, there's lot of explanation in the process of initiation. We will take that session sometime else. But here, how you can connect with my Gurudev? Just listen to his video, his voice, the Sanjeevani mantra, and he says you chant it as much as possible without moving your lips and tongue. And 2 times you have to do the meditation. What is meditation? I a bit explained in earlier session yesterday, the master. So it is being a practice of being into the to into preparation to go uh, into the dhyan, into the deeper meditation. Meditation is not just sitting and uh, stopping our mind that we should not think anything. It's not about that. It's about concentrating on Gurudev, who is at a place where we want to ascend. See, he has already reached there. So we just look at him, uh, and it's kind of prayer that we also want to ascend along with you, or the place you are there. We want to come up with you. So meditation is kind of a prayer where we concentrate on a point, on a guru, on a master who has a position in the higher consciousness. So pulling ourselves to the higher consciousness from the lower consciousness where we are. So 15 minutes of meditation and chanting that mantra internally without moving lips and tongue. That is how it is simple. This is a very simple process. Nothing too much. You need not to go anywhere. You need not to pay any kind of fees. It's absolutely free. Anybody can do it. You need not to give up your religion. You go to the church or you go to the masjid or anywhere. It does not bound you to the one thing. But the only thing master asks you, you have to pay full dedication towards your sadhana. Because our religion asks you to do a lot of things or rituals on daily basis, you can do that being into your religion. But the mantra, only one, which master gives. If you are serious about the practice, you have to chant that mantra, only that mantra you will chant. All your dedication, all your um, ask, or all your desires, whatever desires you have, you should have only one window to look for Gurudev, the master, everything. and chant that mantra as much as possible. After a few days, you know, uh, when we ascend a bit towards the higher conscious, things changes. That is a another explanation. But as you want to connect with the guru, there's a very simple process which I explained you. I explain further more when you will send me any query of relating to initiation. Okay, today we are talking about, we got a master. Suppose we have a master and we are chanting the mantra, and we are doing the meditation as told by master, that you should sit for meditation for 15 minutes daily in the morning and the evening, and we're doing it. So what happens when Kundalini is awakened? What is Kundalini? That I will explain in uh, some other session. Okay, today we are discussing when Kundalini is awakened. There is a uh, very important incident which happens. Very important. It's very, very, very important. Without this incident, there is no point of awakening the Kundalini or getting into the Kundalini practice or yoga. And if this incident does not happen, there is no point if we are into the Kundalini Yoga. So the process to reach, or the time to reach this point, is actually uh, less than a second in actual. But we take a time of, sometimes 10 days, 20 days, 15 days, sometimes years. Why? Because the Guru is full of knowledge. He is capable and he is ready to give all his potential to you. But sometimes we are not ready to receive the potential. We are not ready to receive it. Like, in our culture in India, we say the patra. You have to become a patra, means you have to become eligible to receive what master wants to give you. So to become eligible to receive what master wants to give us, we chant the mantra. So mantra is very important, very important. Without name, without mantra given by the Guru, nothing is possible. Nothing is possible. Sometimes people, sit in front of master's picture because it's awakened picture, and they sit for the meditation. It affects them. They go into the meditation and they feel very, they feel peace. Sometimes many people have diseases which starts getting cured even initial stages, from day one. They think it is because of meditation, because they are sitting in the meditation, that is why it is happening. So what they do, they lengthen the meditation time, 15 minutes to 30 minutes, 1 hour, because they are feeling very good. It's not a simple meditation. It is being, you are connected with the higher consciousness, Gurudev. His photo is awakened. It happens. It happened with many people. Only with the picture they got cured from the very terminal diseases like cancer and AIDS. So people think it's meditation which is doing, but it's not a meditation. Meditation is a fruit. Dhyan, yoga is a fruit. You cannot get a fruit without a seed. So what is the seed? You have to plant a seed. If you will stop planting the seed, you'll not get a fruit. It will stop. Your meditation will stop. The disease will reoccur. The grace of the Guru comes with only the chanting of the mantra which he gives you, because mantra is not something which is separate from the master. The master and the mantra is same. So who differentiate the mantra is different, Guru meditation is different, then he cannot work on this path. So you must know the mantra and the Guru is the same thing. Must chant the mantra as much as possible. There is no other way. Whatever your problem is, you cannot ask questions. I have this problem, what should I do? I am chanting the mantra, but things are not happening. What should I do? There is nothing to do. If you do something else which is not told by the Guru, then it's not possible to walk on spiritual path. absolutely necessary to follow uh, the words of master. As he said, you have to do that, no matter how much time it takes. In my case, it took 5 years, but it is not necessary that you will also take 5 years. Few people, and there is a very good example of Raja Janak. There is a Gita, not told by Sri Krishna, but there is a Gita where the conversation of guru and disciple, master and disciple. Master is Ashtavakra, and the disciple is Janak, the king Janak, where king asks his master that how much time it will take to get, awakened. So he says there is no time to get awakened. Um, it's less than a second before get on the horse. You will be awakened. You put a first foot in a foot pedal, and there is no time to put your second foot in the second pedal of uh, other side of the foot pedal. You will be awakened. So this is how quickly it is done. But you should be ready. You should be ready. So if you are not ready, so chant the mantra will make you ready. You are ready. It's already guru is already pouring everything. He does not differentiate. People say, you know I think I'm not getting the blessings. Everybody is getting the blessings. I'm not getting the blessing. He does not differentiate among anybody. It's us who do not understand the process. So chanting is very important. All right. So now today's main topic, because it's a knowledge of sea. I don't know. If I pick one point, I'll go explaining that point. So it will happen sometimes. I'm talking on a point, but somehow the subtopic will start, and that might explain into the full length. So it happens with the grace of Guru. It's not in my control, in my planning, but it happens with the grace of Guru. He speaks, so he knows what to say, when to say. I'm trying to stick to what I want to speak, but final final session is in his hands. So today the topic is uh, Lord of Death. So when you start Kundalini Yoga, and you have a master, you are doing the chanting, and you become eligible now for really spiritual journey. The spiritual journey has many starts actually. The first start is when you get a guru, you get a eligible master. That is the first start. Second, you chant the mantra. Third point, when your conscious outer consciousness is changed into inner conscious. When your conscious is inner conscious, now the time for the awakening. This is a real now from here it starts uh, internal testing, you can say. So outer conscious, and this is the 10th door which I explained in the earlier session, first session. The link should come here or there. I'll put a link for the first session where you'll have a bit of information. So 10th door is opened by Guru, the real master. When you're ready to get in, your outer conscious start turning inner conscious. As you moves, you're conscious. You are conscious. You're not a person. You are conscious. As you move in, you're conscious. You start hearing a nad. It is also called a nad, which is, it's like a sound of cricket. Cricket means this um, night bird, or not bird. It's not a bird. It's insect, night insect. It's called cricket. So you start the sound of cricket in your maybe left ear or the right ear. Does not matter which ear. People have, they say it should not be left ear, it should be right ear, but it's okay. Any ear, you'll start having that sound. And there are symptoms of identifying whether it's a nad, which is called anhad nad, which is called internal sound, which is called bange ilahi, Very different names are there. Anadanath specifically in India we know. You know as internal sound, and Muslim knows as Bange Ilahi. So it might be any kind of sound, but basically it's the sound of cricket in start, or it might be a whistle. It might be a um, uh, common sounds, like bells ringing, ringing bells and that sort of. So when it starts, the first symptom happens that you're sleeping, but at the midnight at 2 o'clock 2:30 you are awakening suddenly, and it is happening continuously. Your sleep is not continuous, specifically in the early morning we hours, 2 to 30 you will get keep awakening. So it is a sign that it is not a tinnitus. People also get confused with tinnitus. In west, outside of India, people do not have knowledge about uh, anadana, or the spiritual knowledge. So they get stressed. Oh, why my ears are ringing? What is the problem? They go to the doctor. Doctor check their listening power, and at that time listening power decreases, because we our conscious is inward, so outer conscious is a bit uh, less. So at that time our hearing capacity becomes low. So if he test your audible capacity, then he will find, oh, your audible capacity is getting low, and there you go, lot of bills and expenses and worries that I'll go deaf. It happens. But the identification, I have videos on these also, and I'll make further new videos on this also. So first thing is, it will not irritate you. Second, if you put a concentration of the sound on the sound, you will fall asleep. Third, it will wake you up in the midnight, or at 2 o'clock 2:30, 3 o'clock 3:30, something like that. So these are few identification of anahatanath, internal sound. This is a big chapter again. Okay. Now come back to the point, lord of death. So when you start this sound, this is internal sound. This sound comes from the higher conscious. This is called the voice of the Lord. Voice of the Lord. I'll take the references of Bible, okay, today, because it will be easy for you to correlate with the Bible. So in Bible, I did not read the full Bible. Few parts of it which I need, or which my master told me, I remember those part, and which I have gone through the experiences. uh, I will explain. Okay, I do not have any command over such a great holy Bible, but only few uh, lines from the Bible, Holy Bible, I'll take, which we need to understand on the spiritual path. Okay. Hmm. So, at many places, if you see the chapter of the revelation of Jesus Christ, this book of Holy Bible, I just got somewhere. I did not purchase it. Um, uh, there is a music school I have, and I go there, and there was a book. I said, "Can I keep it?" They said, "Yeah, you can keep it." So it came to me. It came to me. Okay, many books like that came to me. In the Revelation, you see, just I'm taking one of the Revelation. This is uh, chapter two, Revelation 2, and verses 11. Okay, verses 11. He who has an ear, who he who has an ear, let him hear what the Spirit says to the churches. He who overcomes shall not be hurt by the second death. This is the first reference. In here, there is another reference also in 20 verse. Which verse? Verse 6. Okay. I'll just read it out. Blessed and holy is he who has part in the first resurrection. Hmm? Blessed and holy is he who has part in the first resurrection. Over such the second death has no power. But they shall be priests of God and of Christ, and shall reign with him 1,000 years. This is the two main references. There are a lot of references, but for the today's session, we'll take only two references. So, in the first reference, and in the many parts of this chapter, there comes the one who has an ear, the one who has an ear. This comes number of times. So the sound, the internal sound which I am telling you, which you start hearing, is the same sound which comes from the higher consciousness. We chant lot of mantras. Sometimes, we chant just Christ, Christ, Christ. Sometimes in, India, we have different names of God and goddesses. Uh, Ram, Ram, Krishna, Krishna, or any mantra. Sometimes people just start chanting without even guru. They shouldn't do that. But if nobody has a guru, what he'll do? He'll chant any mantra. So sometimes they get, their conscious get inner, up from outer conscious, they transcend into the inner conscious. So they start hearing it. And when anybody starts hearing this internal sound, it starts guiding them. And the guidance from the internal sound is not very peaceful or very, uh, it's not an easy cake of work. When somebody starts hearing the internal sound, it pushes you from your limits, that go find who am I, go find about me, go find about me. So a lot of problems starts occurring in a person's life when he starts hearing the internal sound. People explain on the internet differently. If you start listening the nad internal sound, you will get money, you will get this, you will get that. And it's all, I don't find any truth in it. The real thing is, it is a guidance. Go find about myself. And sometimes problem starts happening, and persons get so much worried about it. He starts searching. You might come here with, with this only search here, and you might find this video. Oh, I was looking for it for, for 2 years, for 6 months, or so on. So you'll find it because you came here, because internal sound or another nad, the sound brought you here. Okay. So when you start hearing it, it is the sound of conscious, higher conscious, which say the one who has an ear. It does not come from the ear, but as we have, this is the symbol of hearing, the ear. So that is why it is been written, the one who has an ear, listen, can hear me. The one who hears, who has an ear, let him hear. So this is the nad, this is the internal sound. It starts, and your life starts changing. Second thing is here, it says, he who overcomes shall not be hurt by the second death. How it's possible for the second death? When somebody walk on the path of spirituality and he starts listening the nad, his journey towards the direction of south starts. In India, we call the direction of south the the direction of Lord of Death, the Yamaraj. You heard of the name Yamaraj, the Lord of Death. There is a one Upanishad which is called the Kathopanishad. In Kathopanishad, there is one a child who goes to the Yamraja. There is a story, who goes to the Yamraja and asks him what happens after the death. So Yamraj, the Lord of the Death, says, you should not ask this. This is very secret. uh, I cannot reveal it to you. So you take all and everything, whatever you want in this materialistic world. How many years, no matter. You stay here, you live happy, be a king, have everything, but do not ask what is after death. Should not ask this. But the child Nachiketa, his name is, he does not agrees. He says, no, I would just want to know about what happens after death. So the this Upanishad is, explains about what happens after the death. Similarly, when you start this nad and you have a master, you keep chanting, listening to the nad when nad comes. and keep meditating, then the fear of death, arises. It is just a shadow of a fear. There is no disease. You'll go to the doctor, check me, do I have a cancer, check me, do I have this disease, check me. So every sort of fear will arise. You'll not stay in a dark room, or you said, I'm a grown up, why should I be afraid of the darkness, why should I be afraid of being alone? So these kind of things will happen. You'll start getting affected with the shadow of death, sudden fear of death. Specifically when you do meditation, it happens with me. When I got this situation, I was afraid to sit in a meditation in a room where I used to do the meditation in the office at that time. So I used to keep the lights on, and because we do the meditation with closing eyes, I kept my eyes open. Nobody should be around. So I felt somebody is there, and it'll cut my hand. So that was a fear of death. So one day I decided I'll not be afraid of death. I will sit and I'll keep chanting the mantra and do the meditation. So when you shift your focus to your journey rather than to the fear of death, then the full you know uh, you are fully dependent on your guru. The guru will save, the master will save me. I will not care about anything. Whatever in my life happens, I'll not leave my path. I want to be get awakened. So when you get really serious about your sadhana, the fear of death subsides, and then it happens. So this is the fear of the death is the death of a individuality. It's not a real death. It is a death of individuality. We call it vyaktigat. Our senses, as we are a physical body, dies, and we are a conscious. We are a soul that awakens. The thought that we are a soul, not a body, is the second birth. This is a spiritual birth. The birth, awakening of the soul is a birth, second birth. So in the same life, the first birth, which is been, which are our parents, the biological parents, the first birth, and the second birth, when the real true master comes into your life and he awakens your soul with his own soul. He submerged, or he this is the first time you feel what is yoga. Yoga means plus, you as a soul and the one who is complete. Our journey has just started. So until and unless your soul is awakened, you do not know about what yoga is. The one who has not experienced his awakening does not know what yoga is. No matter how many books he has read, how many sessions he has taken, or he's a yoga guru, or whatsoever, but his soul is not awakened, he doesn't know what yoga is. So the second death, what he says, he who overcomes, means who he is awakened, shall not be hurt by the second death. Shall not hurt by second death. So soul doesn't die. So there is no second death. The person will be in confidence that now I am awakened, my soul is awakened. Soul never dies. Nobody can cut it. It cannot be drawn, it cannot be born, it can be flown away. Nothing can happen to the soul. It is permanent, shashwat, sanatan. You heard the Sanatan Dharma? Exactly. The one who remains is soul. Soul never dies. So he has written, he who overcomes, means he who awakens, gets awakened by the true master, shall not have fear of second death. Now I am a soul. My body will die, I'll not die. So the Lord of the Death really takes your exam of your seriousness on being on this path, and only true master can take you to the Lord of the Death. And in actual, the Lord of the Death is the master, the one who initiated. He himself is the Lord of the Death, and he awakens you, tells you you are a soul, you're not a body. From here, the journey starts. This is a dual journey. Okay, from here, actually, the dual journey starts. The one which is done by physical body, mind, prana, vital, and mind. This four individualities. Total we have seven layers. Okay, total we have seven layers: physical body, vital, mental, intellectual, bliss, being, bliss, chitta. Chitta means, uh, becoming, or being means bliss, becoming, and being. Becoming means, you know they write like that: bliss, becoming, and being, uh, ananda, chitta, and satta. But I will explain you these three in very detail. What is bliss, what is, this is called ananda, what is chitta, which is becoming, and being, the true self. This is the seven layers. All right. So what I said, so the first, the lower four layers is body, vital, mental, and intellectual. Intellectual has actually in two layers. From here it segregates the journey. One ascends toward the ananda, chitta, and to being, and one stops only there. That is the, this physical science stops there, the world stops there. From there the journey of knowledge starts. Only soul which is awakened can enlighten the person to such an extent. So now there are dual journey. One journey beyond the intellectual layer, okay, the spiritual knowledge, bliss, becoming and being, and the second is towards physical, vital, mental, and intellectual, the purification of this. Our spiritual journey, whatever it happens, we can only examine it through are these lower layers: physical life, the social life. The social life will give you symptoms how much you are ascending. Without social life you cannot identify the spiritual journey, once you are crossed that line, you go into the ananda, then you really goes out of the illusion world. So up to here, Mooladhara, the root chakra and the Agya chakra is the world of illusion. But world of illusion is divided into two parts. Up below heart, there is a pure illusion, and from heart to Agya, heart to this chakra, Agya chakra, there is a spiritual world, but in the illusion. So when you start your journey, awakening of the soul, initiation, it is still into the illusion, but now you can go there and have a yoga. When yoga happens, the transformation starts in your attributes, which is called vrittis, which I will explain in some other session. All right, that is the true transformation. As Rishi Aurobindo says, the coming man will be a spiritual man, transformed. New man is coming, new age is coming, golden age is coming. Okay, so this is for today. I think it's 40 minutes, a bit extended session today, but it's very important session. The one who will hear this session will have a basic knowledge about Kundalini and how the path of spirituality starts. There's a lot of loose end I have given. We can do any, we can pick any end, we can explain to further extent. So for today, we got to know about through the Holy Bible. We also knew about now, mm, what is, why he's saying the one who has an ear, and second, what is the second death, what is the second life, and who is the Lord of the Death, the Master. who awakens us. He himself is the Lord of Death. And the Lord of Death, the another name of the Lord of Death is truth. Truth awakens. Truth awakens. And it is only the truth which remains. Truth, truth, and truth. All right. So that's it for today. We will have another session tomorrow where we will explain further what is Kundalini Yoga. Okay. Jai Shri Gurudev.